Good, y'all? I'm back with another video for y'all today, and I kind of just wanted to talk about how your life is kind of like the show Loki. Now, I'm sure for those of you that have watched Marvel, like the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, all that shit, I'm sure you guys know who Loki is. And for those of you that have seen the show Loki, it'll be easy for you to kind of decipher and depict on what I'm talking about. For those of you that have never seen it, I'll kind of just give you a quick glimpse or a quick little chat about it. So basically, Loki pretty much is in control of like timelines, theoretically, right? So those timelines, so each timeline has its own individual story, and each individual story comes out with a different outcome in each story. So let's say one timeline has someone being a multi-millionaire, one version, or one timeline is like someone being homeless. One timeline is someone working a career being a school teacher. Another timeline is like them being a surfer, and so on and so forth. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because you are the Loki of your life. You get to choose what timeline you want to be on. And the reason why I say that is because your actions and the things you do on a daily basis are going to get you the outcome that you want, whether you like it or not. If you hang around low quality people, you eat shit food, you don't feed your mind, you don't stimulate your mind, you don't push yourself, why would you expect to have a super insane, crazy life? It doesn't equate. So therefore, that timeline that you chose where you're eating shitty food, you hang out with low level people, you're not stimulating your mind at all those things are on that specific timeline. Now, if you change yourself, to change the current version of yourself, to talk to quality people, you eat quality food, you have great habits, you are constantly stimulating your mind, that's another timeline that you selected. So now you're walking down that timeline. And what I mean by this is that each version of yourself is an individual timeline in itself. So you need to pick the highest version of yourself and stick to that timeline. Now, is it going to be hard? Yes. Is it going to be challenging? Yes. Will you be faced with adversity? Yes. But all in the end, it'll be worth it. And I say this is because you'll start to like doing the work. At first, it's going to be hard. I'll even say this from my own experience. It was fucking hard. Forcing myself to be a whole different version of myself was hard because the mind only likes comfort. The mind only adapts. It doesn't like change. So you have to constantly feed it inputs that are going to get you to where you want to be. For me personally, that was hanging around different quality people. For me, that was putting myself in different environments where the money was at. For me, that was spending more money and investing in myself. And I literally would reverse engineer everything. I would ask myself, would the billionaire version of me be doing this right now? And if it was a yes, I'd continue to do it. And if it was no, I wouldn't continue to do it. And for me, I chose that billionaire timeline. And that billionaire timeline includes X, Y, and Z. And that billionaire timeline, that version of me is doing something that's conducive to his goals, his aspirations, and is going to make them better down the line. Now, how did I reverse engineer everything like that? I would literally ask myself, is this en route of where I want to be, or is this taking me off my path to where I want to be? No matter what it was, no matter what the circumstances was, I literally took an audit of everything and I reverse engineered my whole entire life. Instead of me doom scrolling on TikTok for 2 fucking hours, I'd be like, well, hey, let me go work out real quick, or hey, let me read this book really quick, oh, let me read an article on real estate, or let me talk with a friend to see if we can kind of cultivate any business ideas, or whatever the case may have been. That's what I did, because that's the timeline I chose. For some of you guys are choosing the timeline of poverty and averageness. Well, it's all up to you to change. Now, for some of you that, oh, it's easy for you to say da da da, it's challenging da da da, it's hard da da da, you have to overcome that shit. You've been telling yourself it's been hard because of whatever circumstances you've told yourself to believe. So the reason why you think it's hard is because you believe it's hard. For somebody, it might be easy. So you need to pick the timeline of the version of yourself that thinks whatever adversity you're going through, it's easy for you to get through it. So you literally have to constantly reverse engineer everything. You have to start to take a real audit of your life and figure out how you can get to your goals on that timeline, and start embodying the person that already has those goals by the way they talk, by the way they walk, by the way they carry themselves, and so on and so forth. Really figure that shit out. Really figure it out. Because once you get a crystal clear idea of who you want to become, you go all in on that, everything else will fall into play. Your goals, the money, the power, the respect, the women, whatever the case may be, it'll all just come in abundance. It'll literally just flow. And then doing hard shit will become so easy for you. You actually like challenges because it's what got you to where you are today. And it'll be a new timeline with even more things that you couldn't even possibly imagine. So look at life as a video game. You're constantly leveling up your character, adding attributes, making that character better. And there's becoming a point in time where you enjoy the journey, because that's the most important thing, is enjoying the journey. And you'll start to realize that you will have your way, and it'll be inevitably easier, and you'll start to fall in love with not only yourself, not only who you become, but the amount of people you impacted around you. That's friends, family, other people. That's why I do what I do today. If y'all like this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and follow for more. And let me know what other video topics I should kind of talk about or tell you guys within my own personal experience. I'll see y'all in the next one.